Okay, we begin the day without a lot of news on schedule for release this morning in the United States. The economic news overnight, Japan's industrial production fell 3.4%. German and European Union ZEW economic sentiment, big misses, much lower than forecast. And the IEA cut its world forecast for crude consumption by 180,000 barrels per day due to economic weakness around the globe in the second quarter. So we're going to open the market today with bad news for equities, which brought mixed equity markets overnight. London and China were up. The U.S. S&P 500 is higher, and then the rest of the Hong Kong, Japan, France, and Germany's equity markets were off a little bit. So the impact of the news is probably already into the markets, and it's what's coming next. This morning in the United States, we have small business index, optimism index, forecast to be higher than last month at 95.8. We have JOLTS, which are job openings, forecast to be 4.588, down from last month's 4.635. Then we have a Treasury budget this afternoon after the market closes. So the two factors today will be the direction of the AES, and I see a trading range there. A little lower this morning, and then the 3-year auction. I don't think this morning's news will have any impact whatsoever. And the 3-year auction is generally supportive, so we're going to start the day off wanting to buy 21s to 25s. Not very interested in the sell side, but this first sell zone will be 31 to 03, followed by 7 to 11. The second buy area will be 17 to 13. So I like the buy side. I think this market's got a chance to trade higher. Not really very interested in the short side of the market. But if we fail to take out 126, 126.04, we can play it from the short side. Markets do not go straight up at auction time. You can't. Everybody knows how to buy. Everybody understands buying a bargain. And they know how to. You don't get fired for not being in a hurry, to get long. All these portfolios are already long. You're adding to it. People understand that you can buy on minor corrections. So where you get yourself in trouble as a institutional trader is you don't sell when they tell you to sell. You thought you were smarter and could do better. So basically, we've got resistance starting right in here in the 126 area, 126.04, and we got really pretty good support in the 24 to 20 area, and we'll play it that way. Okay, same scenario in the bond. We like the market today. We do want to trade from the long side, so we'll make, because of the knob spread, we'll make it 1 to 5 on the buy side. And then 25 to 29 for buy 2. Resistance is at basically 20, so selling failure to take out 16 to 20 to trade, then 23 to 27 will be sell to. Again, not too interested in the short side of the market. Pretty interesting long-term weather forecasts out tonight. Out overnight. One of the things pretty interesting is this polar vortex. And I remember last year when they were superimposing that on the map, how similar it was to the weather pattern that had New York City 2 miles under ice 15,000 years ago. The feed is from Siberia to Alaska to Hudson Bay, and it makes for very, very cold weather like Michigan, Ohio, New York, the Northeast. We can have warm weather in the southern plains. We also have the El Nino forecast to kick in this winter and hopefully bring water to California, which is being the third year of a catastrophic drought. Now that catastrophic drought is self-imposed. They have been emptying the lakes to keep an invasive species of fish alive in the Sacramento, San Francisco Bay Delta, at no matter what the cost. And we're seeing orchards, and orchards take 7 to 10 years to become productive, being plowed under. We're seeing small, individually owned agricultural plots being lost, families not being able to meet their debt payments. Large corporations will figure out a way to get through this. So what's going on in the Central Valley of California, unemployment rates pushing 20%. It's really, really bad. It is catastrophic. And the human costs are pretty darn high. So hopefully California gets some rain this winter. The forecast is 50-50. It depends on if El Nino hits or not. So gold, last night we wanted to buy the 5 to 7 area. We had a 10 to 12 sell and a 15 to 17, so we'll make 15 to 17 sell one. The 19 to 21 for sell two. The Russian humanitarian aid being given to the eastern Ukraine. They made a big deal out of the military trucks have been painted white, that they are military trucks. Russia is going to aid the rebels because they're doing the dirty work for them. And it's that simple. And if you wanted to put together a convoy in a hurry in Russia, obviously you do it with military vehicles. So painting them white, like the UN trucks, might keep them from getting shot at. That part of the world, though, it's not guaranteed. One of the conspiracy theories coming out right now is that the Russian rebels were going to shoot down an Aeroflot airliner and blame it on get it blamed on the Ukraine, so Russia would invade Ukraine. I mean, these theories and these stories will pop out. That one, they always have a bit of plausibility, some element of the truth in them for the traction. Spy zone was 30,000 feet and below over the Ukraine. The airliner was shot at 32,000. Shot down was at 32,000 feet. That would be close enough for a subordinate or somebody to make a mistake. But again, things have really, really gotten quiet around that. Nobody's really talking about that atrocity, and it was. I mean, shooting down civilians like that, making them pawns any war. But you're in that part of the world where human life is not valued, and if they can kill people by putting children in front of bullets and the rest of it to help make your point and further your case, they do it without any compunction. Okay, we're at 43 right now. The selling started at 75, headed down. We got a very, very clean break here at 50, so it's a very aggressive trade, but 50 to 60 is sell one. We're at the bottom. We are at support. My guess is we're headed for 133. I have no problem with the euro being sold. You know that. I think the euro is probably the most compelling long-term short we have on the board. I mean, the European central banks want it lower. Their economy is soft. They can't defend themselves. I mean, why not sell it? So I think we're at least going to get stops over here below 35. So we'll make 15 to 25, buy one. Basically 133, plus or minus buy two. Going to make 50 to 60, sell one, and then 75 to 85, sell two. It's probably going to be pretty hard to get to 133 today. There's not major news to drive it, but I think that is our trading target for those of you that want to think in terms of swing trades. Okay, crude oil. The IEA cut their forecast for worldwide demand. 97 is pretty good support. We're at 97.28, so again, it's hard to say what can happen in this part of the world. I do like the short side of the market better, but I don't like to take shorts into London. The London opening, so we'll make buy 296 and a quarter to 50 on the sell side, 97.50 to 75. And then 98, 98.25 for sell two. One of the things that is apparent is that the increased production in the United States is having its impact in a couple of ways. One, a reliable supplier, so our crude exports are up, and our refineries have been geared to produce with heavy Middle Eastern crude. So we've got the ability to export to refineries that are geared to produce with light. And they are bringing some Midwestern refineries back online that were designed and built to produce light. So in the middle part of the country, due to North Dakota production, Wyoming, northeastern Colorado, New Mexico, and Texas, there's a glut of West Texas Intermediate light crude. And this is bringing oil prices down. The way you're going to see it impacted is that we're going to see lower, historically lower than norm storage levels kept in the United States. Okay, we liked the sell last night in the 39 to 41 area, just touched 39. We have a mixed market. The economic news, Japan's numbers were down. The ZOO economic sentiment forecast for Europe and for Germany were lower than forecast. So I think we're going to be looking at a trading range for the seller, 40 to 45. Tuesdays and Fridays on a calendar basis have an up bias, and I think we've got probably pretty good support in the 25 area, plus or minus. So we might, this 25 to 30 might be support, or 20 to 25. Don't know. So we'll get started with a 25 to 30 as support and 40 to 45 as resistance. So sell one will be 39 to 41, letting them get stops above the overnight session. Volume is higher than yesterday, and we know there's stops above that. We can see that we rejected prices above 40, so playing for a retest of that high. And then 44, 46 for sell 2. On the buy side, 29 to 31. And then 25, 27 for buy 2. Okay, small business optimism index, 95.6. There should not be a reaction to that. Jolts at 4.588. That would be lower than last month's. And I don't think this news will play at all. Okay, it'll take about 20 minutes to get everything up and posted and around. I'm going to get busy on that. We'll get the note